Well, we're in Mallee country. Sweet silo, great big one around. And, half full. Got lots of wheat around this area.
Well, of late, I've had a little bit of technical drama with microphones and whatever not working, so I'm going to add a bit of voiceover here. Sort of getting towards the start of the Nullarbor, and that first part there was I haven't seen a lot of memorials to the Vietnam War, but that was quite nice at Grass Patch. Then we move on here to the famous corrugated camels in Norseman. Norseman is either the start or the end, depending on which way you're travelling for the Nullarbor Plain. So you come up from the coast, bit of a drive, get sleepy old Norseman and check that out. Something that I found out a few days before I got up there was there is actually a golf course that you can play when you're travelling across the Nullarbor. It's the longest golf course in the world at around 1,300 kilometres, and the holes are spaced out between roadhouses and various other points of interest. If you want to Google it, just Google Nullarbor golf links, and people have actually put their scores up with what they got on the course. It's all pretty rough. You've got a proper tee. I didn't sort of walk all the way down to see what the greens were like, but yeah, they're not grass. They're not manicured like you would get in a big city or whatever. But quite interesting that somebody decided that that would be a good sort of tourist attraction for the area. Breaks up the drive a little bit, I suppose. Not that I've got any golf clubs with me. I didn't play any of the holes, but still, yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool anyway. Now, as we're sort of moving from west to east, there was another Balladonian roadhouse that I stopped at, because there's quite a few hundred kilometres between roadhouses, so you don't have a lot of options for fuel and food unless you're going to cook your own. So Balladonia, called in there. Really expensive fuel. I tried to carry enough extra fuel to get past most of those places. But Balladonia's claim to fame is Skylab back in the 70s. When Skylab came back to Earth, it was supposed to land in the ocean, but it didn't. Landed across Australia. Lots of media there trying to buy bits and pieces. I think those pieces are reproductions. And of course they got an old car in there, if you remember back in, I think it was probably the 50s, 60s, the Red X Rally. Old Jolly Knight Jack, he was one of those competitors. And of course the camels in the middle of Australia are all descended from Afghan camels and the Afghan cameleers who brought them out here to transport goods before there was rail and road. All very, very interesting. Really enjoyed it.